Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MYM Nations Cup number 3. Denmark against Ukraine. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to the final decision of which nation is the stronger at the moment in the European world of Dota, as Denmark take on Ukraine in the semi-finals of the losers bracket today. It's going to be Denmark on the Sentinel side, it's going to be Ukraine on the Scourge side. As we usually do, we play the national anthems of the teams while they're picking, so we're going to go with Denmark first as their Sentinel, then it's going to be Ukraine, and hopefully the stream is working alright for you guys right now as I'm putting this one on. I'm just going to check with the chat quickly. Danish national anthem. Yes, good. Stream is up and running, that's good, that's all I needed to know. Denmark on Sentinel are going to be second pick, as Ukraine our first pick on the Scourge. Captain Artstyle has got rid of the Nerubian Weaver, the Ancient Apparition, as well as the Guardian Wisp. As I usually mention when casting these MYM Nations Cup games, is that this tournament uses version 671B, but uses the unban mode in the captain's mode, meaning that all heroes in the pool are available to the teams, and that means you can both ban and pick heroes like Wisp, like Phoenix, like good stuff. Denmark got rid of Invoker Lich and indeed the Phoenix, as said, so Navi Artstyle is going to be first on the picks for Ukraine. Running over who's playing for both teams, that was a Pugner first pick, by the way. Ukraine actually bringing the A team here. They've got 5 Navi players, so these guys know each other in total detail about how they play, etc. We've got Artstyle captaining, we've got Ahura on grey, we've got Chovost on light grey. As I should of course say, Ormast here, Ukraine Ormast is AXYPA, which is pronounced Ahura, and then this is Xboct Chovost. And we've got 333, who's Goblin, and then finally we've got Dendi on brown for the Ukrainian boys. Denmark is going to be Milk, it's going to be Ale, who is a pusher, and we've got King A, Playmate, 3 MYM boys here, and then finally 2 shift guys this time around. We've got Rise on yellow, and we've got Gigi, who is Miggle on orange, so you're in for a treat here. 3/5 MYM, 2/5 shift. Of course I'm very excited about this because 2 of these players, the shift players, are from my own team, as I am of course Cinder in shoutcasting for MYM TV, and when I'm playing myself I am captain of Team Shift, so you guys probably know me from there as well. Anyway, back to the picks. We've got Clockwork and ZM coming off for Denmark, while Ukraine have got their hands on a Vengeful Spirit as well as SF, so some very, very standard picks coming out of both sides here as the Morphling becomes Denmark's 3rd pick. And these guys are picking very quickly, and I hope they're going to slow down the pace a little bit so we actually have time for the national anthems, as this is going very, very fast. Already into the second ban phase here is Ukraine first ban. Settling for some sort of a minus armor strategy here with Vengeful SF. Some good team fighting with Pugner Netherward and pushing with the Blast. While Denmark all over, a good global rocket spam with CM Aurak, going to keep that up. Morphling as a very reliable mid-late game carry, and of course Morphling, nice synergy with the Clockwork. Jumps in, cogs somebody, and Morphling jumps over the top and starts punching them down very quickly, especially if he goes for that Ethereal Blade build, but we will see what he chooses to go for. Now it's going to be the Ukrainian national anthem, meanwhile. And Batrider is going to be banned from Artstyle, but he takes a little bit longer to ban now, and that's great. That means we'll have time for our national anthems, and Milk is up next. He's going to get rid of Syllabear, probably because of the show match you guys probably just watched. If you've been watching the last couple of hours, we saw MYM against Navi show match. The game Navi won, game number 2, they used Syllabear efficiently to push through and pressure MYM until eventually they had to lose their racks and forfeit the game. Milk had enough of that. Sylla has got rid of it already, and Artstyle is going to get rid of Visage, who was not actually a part of either of the 2 show matches between MYM and Navi, but is going to be removed regardless. Maybe it wasn't picked because it was banned in those 2 games. Honestly, I don't remember. But we will see what is going to be picked instead, as Milk now has his final ban. It's gonna be the Balanar ban. The Night Stalker, which Artstyle loves to play, has been banned by Milk. It's one of Na'Vi's core heroes in the trial lane setup. Milk got rid of that one, so they can't use that. And would have been it's probably a pretty good ban as well, again, considering that the Silence really rapes Morphling very, very hard. A hero that is much dependent on actually being able to morph around and cast his spells, the waveform, etc. And Night Stalker is a very efficient counter with that long duration Silence. Artstyle immediately picked up the Potom. That's going to be interesting to see. I don't think I've seen Na'Vi/Ukraine using Potom for a very long time. But Artstyle is going to pick that one up for Ukraine, and Milk, quick response with the Puck. So a lot of setup for some good engagements here from Denmark. Now they've got the Dream Coil as well as the Clockwork as engages over on the Sentinel side, while Ukraine, the only real engage they've got is an Arrow, which is not so reliable, and then they've got the Vengeful Swap/Stun. So there are a couple of engages on both sides, but Denmark clearly sitting on the stronger engage right now. However, Na'Vi probably sitting on the better mid-late game with these two Agile carries together with minus armor and Bugner as that utility hero with Mechanism, and later on with a Ginzu, which Ginzu here is going to be huge against both Morphling and Puck. So look for that Ginzu coming up on the Na'Vi side together with a Chen. Oh, this is going to be good. Chen pushing power together with that Pugna is going to bring down a lot of towers for Denmark pretty quickly, and they need to take care that they don't lose too much on this, because the global gold for Na'Vi, we know that they love to take those towers quickly, and the global gold on their carries should be just what they need to get that BKB blink on SF, getting that Manta Style on Potom, and then it's going to be an uphill battle for Denmark. Melk is up next, final pick. He's got 100 seconds left, so he's got plenty of time to think about what he wants. Probably going to get a secondary support for the trial lane with Morphling. There's actually Shaker available, which he might choose to pick up. Should give him a pretty strong lineup overall if he gets that Earth Shaker. Could also try to go for something along the lines of perhaps a Sven for Miggle. That would be a pleasure to watch, but he's probably going to play the Clockwork. Maybe, yeah, those are going to be my two best guesses. I actually think that or Witch Doctor or Earthshaker would be the most classic picks Mel can come up with now. Shaker, especially with the perspective of losing his towers, the Earthshaker is going to be very, very useful against these heroes on the Na'Vi side. Also, the Chen Creep should give Shaker some extra damage on that Echo Slam. And it is a pretty good pick for Denmark here, actually. And there it goes, Earthshaker for Milk. So, yeah, of course you have to understand, Milk needs a little bit longer to figure out things like this, but yes, Sind already got it covered. Of course it's going to be a Shaker, Milk, come on. Alright, he's going to pick that Shaker up, and that means that both of the lineups are... Oh no, don't you go there, you're not watching the stream. It is not allowed to watch the stream, so I will be ghosting for you then, so you better shut it down, but thanks anyway. Alright, so a little bit of teasing going on between myself and Melk, but that's not going to take us away from the picks we've actually got. We've got Melk playing that Earthshaker for Denmark, we've got Pusher playing the Crystal Maiden, Playmate is going to be handling the Morphling, Rise will be playing the Puck, and finally, as called, Miggle will be playing the Clockwork Goblin. So no big surprises there. On the Scourge side, we've got Artstyle. This time around, he's going to be playing the Chen. Last time it was Hvost. This time, Ahura will be playing the Vengeful Spirit. We've got Goblin, Pugna. We've got Hvost, Potom, and finally, where is Dendi? Where is Dendi there? Dendi Shadow Fiend up top as the final pick. Alright, he's going to send himself a Ring of Protection there as well to to get ready for that Basilisk Ring, of course. He wants to push up that top lane together with the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit, who will probably show up pretty soon. Interesting choice, actually, for Na'Vi to lane it like this, putting that Polo, wow, bottom solo bottom. They're going to put Pugna mid, and then actually a very interesting trial lane consisting of Vengeful Spirit, Shadow Fiend, and Chen. Very interesting choice coming out of Ukraine here. While Denmark's laning should be more straightforward. We've got Puck solo bottom, Clock top, and oh wait, that's actually not so straightforward after all. They've got the Morphling mid and Maiden Shaker full roaming by the looks of it. They're going to roam mid and top. As we see, there's been blown the Smoke of Deceit on Milk. We've got Invis Rune on CM. Looking to have an opening on Goblin here in mid, and Vengeful Spirit is already sneaking around. She didn't spot the Shaker though. And Pusha is going to make sure that Venge moves away, but he is probably going to get tricked. That's the Fisher from Milk. He's hesitating, but there it goes. Frostbite on top of it. They completely stacked the stuns, but should be enough anyway to bring down Goblin. First Blood comes down for Playmate, and now they're actually blocking. They're blocking Ahura with his creeps, but he should not survive this if there's another way from. Oh, actually Pusha takes that kill on the CM with a last little bit of shot he could get off there. Just on the edge, got that kill, and immediately got a save up from Ange to make sure that Denmark get to save these 2 kills. And that was not the start that Ukraine were looking for in that mid lane. The Pugna being set back and giving Morphling a very good start. Pugna is now going to meet a level 3 Morphling as soon as he shows up on the lane. And he didn't even have the money to buy a TP scroll, so he's going to lose precious experience here as Playmate denies a creep, and the second one he is probably going to get XP from. So Pugna will be more than a whole level behind right now as Playmate level 3 up against Pugna level 2. And will be pretty hard for Playmate to farm though against this Pugna. Should be a strong competitor to his farm. But so far so good for Playmate in middle, at least up top. Shadow Fiend probably has a similar situation. Farming against the Clockwork should be pretty good for him. And it looks like Dendi has indeed got quite a lot of damage up, so he must have quite a bit of crit kills and denies up here on the top lane. Down on bottom played by Chovost. Playing against Ryze's Puck should be a pretty even lane as well in terms of last hit damage. They're pretty even. And yeah, should be a pretty much fair and square trade down here. Ryze has chosen to go for a lot of damage here, buying 2 mantles and 3 branches, so not too much HP regen. And if Potom sees an opening there with his extra pack of tangos, he might actually pressure Ryze so much that he needs to go back, but he is close to the bottle by the looks of it, or boots. But as you see, Host really putting the pressure on Ryze already. Up top we've got Miguel, of course, facing off against these 3 heroes, and he's got a little assistance here from CM as well as Shaker. They might be looking for an opening on Dendi, as Miguel has the level 3. He will probably have the Power Cog, the Battery Assault, and the Rocket, probably 1 skilled in each, and might find an opening. There we go. He's going to go in and use the... Actually, doesn't even need the Cog. There's a lot of other stuff coming up from Denmark, so that's 3-0. But they're trying to get a rebuttal kill here, Na'Vi, or are they? No, they're actually just trying to run off. Sorry for Na'Vi, of course it's Ukraine, consisting of 5 Na'Vi players at today's occasion, though. And they're going to try to kill Artstar's creep in the middle of this, and will do so successfully. So that's another big lump of experience for Miguel and his teammates up here. And Denmark ahead 3-0. Having a look at middle, Morphling again up gonna hit level 5. While Pugna seems to be doing pretty well. He's got the bottle out already now, even though he had a pretty crippled start. He's looking pretty good at item-wise with a bottle in 3 minutes. We'll go and pick up the Invis Rune down on bottom, and might actually use that for a very, very early gang down on bottom. It is an option he's got since Ryze is pushing so hard, but is happy to just go back to middle and make sure he gets the levels, as Playmate is, as said, a whole level ahead of him. So there's a lot of experience for Goblin to catch up to. In the Scourge Wood, CM Shaker sneaking around together with Clockwork up here on top. He's staying on the lane, but CM Shaker trying to interrupt Chen a little bit, who doesn't seem too bothered though, as he is still farming these forest creeps up to level 3, almost 4. Might actually hit 4 after this creep camp. While Shaker and CM are in mid. Well, just as I'm looking at him, that was actually pretty obvious that they would go there, but nothing too much to see in that kill. Pretty standard. Shaker, Fisher, CM dropping her stuff, and Playmate waving over the top, getting that extra kill for him in mid, and he should be very, very filthy rich now. He's going to get treads, almost. At least he's going to get boots and Belt of Giant Strength, and going to put him in a very, very good position on the lane against that Pugna to actually even beat him now. Alright, people are saying it's much more laggy. That is not too good to hear. I'll see what I can do about it if this helps out. I'm actually just going to close down this, but I doubt that means anything. Alright, hopefully this helped out, guys, but it might be an issue on the server side, and then I can't do too much about it. On3D TV is not that stable these days by the looks of it. There's problems on other On3D streams as well, but we do of course hope that they fix their issues, but until then you'll have to live with this. Just like Ukraine, Ahura will have to live with the fact that he's getting pummeled up top by Melk as well as Miggle. So Denmark is ahead a whopping 5-0 after 5 minutes. They're making a kill per minute, really efficiently locking down the Ukrainians up here on top. Clockwork is going to hit level 6 very soon, and that should actually allow him to solo kill Dendy if Dendy doesn't get support up here. Rebuttal kill is, however, made down on bottom by Chvost. It is goes in and kills Rise down on bottom with his Priestess of the Moon, getting the kill on the Fairy Dragon Puck. And that is going to put Puck in a hard situation down here. Rise is not going to be happy with this, playing against a level 7 bottom down there with his Puck, who is probably only level 6-5 actually only. And only has a bottle and a few items there, so that is not going to be an easy lane, while Miggle up top kills Dendy. It looks like I'm looking at all the wrong places right now, guys, which I usually don't, so I'll shape up a little bit and give you the action. 6-1 for Denmark, as seems like there's permanent action going on. We've got more than a kill per minute now, and that's what we like to see in these MYM Nations matches. The teams tend to play pretty aggressively, and that is indeed a very big pleasure to watch, as let's have a look at what else is going on. Shaker is going to hit level 4. He's going to go out and look for Art Style. Actually, he isn't, because he doesn't have the mana for Fisher just yet. They might still be able to scare him off, or perhaps steal his creeps. Oh, that was actually a very close one from Pusher. But Art Style does get that creep, and he's going to be level 5 on his Chen now, continuing to dominate creeps in the forest. He's got 2 Satyr Hellcallers now, and that is going to be a hell of a lot of push he's going to send them to do up top very, very soon. While in mid, oh, Goblin, not again! Not again! Goblin is going to get cornered by Shaker, CM, and Morph, 3rd time in a row. Killing spree for Pusher Street, 7-1 now for Denmark. And Ukraine just find themselves getting ripped left, right, and not left and center, but not right, as right is actually being handled very well by Chvost, who took a kill on Rise down here, and he's trying to exert his dominance by using that regen rune very aggressively now. He can just keep hitting Rise, who's forced to use a colored bottle charges to stay alive. Actually decides to use the Dream Coil there to save himself a lot of HP from being harassed down by the bottom. And the bottom is going to be like, fair enough, I've got a regen rune, might as well starfall this creep wave and pop that rune and get up to nice and steady HP, as we've got another kill in mid. Why am I missing all of this? As Denmark gets it again with the same combo. That Maiden Shaker Morphling for Denmark is really working out right now. Perfect synergy between Melk, Pusher, and Playmate here, getting a lot of early kills in mid, and Playmate is going to be up to level 7 now on his Morphling, while the Pugna in mid from Goblin is only level 5. And actually this could give an opening to the Danish boys to make another kill just with the 2 of those where they've got in mid. CM Morph could easily kill that Pugna. When you look at Pugna's inventory, he's only got 600 HP, and that is a very, very easy kill for the Danish boys in mid. While at the same time, down on bottom, it looks like Ukraine are going to try to force to put pressure on the lane. They're actually winning by sending Chen down here with his 2 Satyr Hellcallers. Rise could be in trouble. Satyr Hellcallers coming in from the back. If he uses his orb now, he's screwed. He does! Rise is going to orb the creep wave, while there is another kill in mid from Playmate together with Pusher. And at the same time, Miggle kills Dendy up top together with Milk. Denmark seem to be everywhere, but Rise is indeed going to die bottom because he used that orb. And Chen ulti is going to heal up nicely this bottom, while they put a bit of pressure on the bottom tower. But 10-2 for Denmark after getting another kill in mid, and Playmate is just looking so fierce. Now he's even got a haste rune heading towards bottom. He's going to try to take the fight to Chvost, and Chvost might be in trouble. He's got bottle, but if he doesn't get the charges off, he won't have mana for leap. But Playmate lets him bottle up because he wants the TP support to come in from the Shaker, who has shown up now. Drops the fissure, 1 hit from Playmate, 2 hits, waveform over the top, and down goes Chvost. Mega kill Playmate, who even got the Satyr Hellcall in that exchange, 11-2, and wow, Denmark bringing their A game right now, just constantly killing all over the map. The Ukrainian boys are not even getting 1 free minute to get a little bit of farm up. Constant roaming and killing from Denmark, and hell is it working for them right now with that 11-2 score. Looks like Ukraine are going to send their Chen into the forest again. Might need to get some boots up on that very, very slow Farseer he's got here. There's very slow movement speed on the Holy Knight Fast CM model. Get over the top. Yeah. In mid, Dendy doesn't even have his treads yet on that SF. Dendy's not used to having this cripple to start with the Shadow Fiend. He usually has his treads very quickly and gets the BKB up nice and fast. But this time around he's been locked down very efficiently by the top lane of Denmark. And will need to find some farm very, very quickly, actually, to make sure he becomes a force in this game. Looks like Artstar is going to let Dendy farm some neutrals in the forest to assist his farm, while Mego kills another one up top together with Rise. It is going to be a trade, though, as Rise gets killed in the process. But Mego immediately hookshots over to Gewost. But Gewost nicely juking there. Now Mego could be in trouble. Chen has shown up with the Test of Faith, and Gewost is going to escape with 100 HP from the CM, who just didn't have the mana yet for the Crystal Nova. And hope is still there for Ukraine, as now Venge might even find CM. Oh, he's too far away. Wow, CM actually has a vitality booster. Stun comes in, but they're not going to be able to follow that one through. Going to drop a single raise there to pull a little bit of harassment out is Dendy. But at the same time, Morphling and Shake are getting the job done at bottom, pushing up this tower. Glyph is going to fire off from the Ukrainian boys, and as soon as that one runs out, they're probably going to slowly lose this bottom tower, with Playmate having a Basilisk Ring as well as a Perseverance. Denmark up top, though, gonna jump in with a puck. What an engage from Rise. They instantly got a Hura, and Dendy is getting low as well. Rise has more mana. He needs to hit the orb, but he's probably not going to go for it. They are going to go for Chen instead, though. Artstar is going to take the fall, but again, actually, Gewost gets another kill on his bottom. Gewost is going for another kill. He's going to get dominating. He's going to get milk. Gewost dominating bottom. Goes in, and he's going to go for more. Gewost just doesn't want to find an ending in his bottom play right now. He keeps going for more, and now they could get Rise. He's orbed far into the forest, but he is going to get detected now, I believe, by an arrow from Gewost, or the Clockwork Rocket might scare them off. Nether Blast is going to miss. The Pugner Ward has been placed nicely, so Rise, yep, there's the arrow. Gewost, mega kill, and wow, this bottom is really making it count, as now he just leaped away, but he might make a comeback into the fight here. Playmate pretty low on mana, pretty low on health, so is SF from Dendy, and Dendy going to drop a couple of races on Niggle before he takes the fall, and now we might see Goblin is in trouble. Mana on Pusher, mana on Playmate, wants to get the blast off from Pugner, but he just can't do it. Unstoppable Playmate, does get a trade though. Gewost is there again. Playmate, ooh, he will morph enough to strength to stay alive against that, but Potom will probably escape this Clockwork of Miggle. The rocket is not enough at all, and Potom gets out of that one, and Gewost is really keeping the Ukrainian guys in the game right now with that Potom. Fucking rat Potom is the call from Pusher, and indeed right now that Potom is being a rat in the Danish people's ass, as he's got all the Ukrainian kills. He's been part of 8 out of 8 kills, got the 6 of them himself, and he's really bringing the action around by with his Potom, as Miggle Milk and Playmate get another kill, this time on Chen, and Artstar is going to take that fall, and wicked sick Playmate morphling at 12.5. That's going to be very hard for the Ukrainians to deal with, but if somebody can do it, it is surely this guy, who's already sitting on 2 Wraiths and Alacrity Blade, Treads and Bottle at 12 minutes on his bottom, and he's not looking back. He's level 13, going rampant all over the place. Let's see if Playmate has the same level. He doesn't remotely. He's only level 11 only, I say, but compared to that Potom level 11, it's not a whole lot, and Playmate is even 703, and Potom has much more level than that Morphling does, so Potom really has a lot of weight to carry on his shoulders right now for Ukraine. Really need to bring the action, get around with those level 4 arrows in Starfalls, and really take kills on, for instance, this Earthshaker, who finds himself farming up top. And it looks like Gewost might be on his way up there with that Potom and looking to snipe Milk from a long distance. Milk already got the Arcane Boots. He's also got the Null Talisman. Looks like he's fairly passive up top, though, and now it might be Rise instead. Gewost looking for an arrow. Does Rise have the phase shift on? Yep, he does manually phase shift that Potom arrow, so Gewost not lucky this time around, but he's definitely been bringing the A-game as the Dream Call drops on Gewost. There's going to be a silence as well, making him visible, and Miggle is in there, but the cog flukes, and Potom is going to escape. This Gewost will be very, very happy to actually get out of that situation because of that power cog, and he's going to be so happy that he leaps inside the trees and holds his own little party, and Clockwork is actually going to chase up here, but he's going to find Ahura as well as Gewost. The swap, nice swap from Ahura, is going to not only bring Miggle up, but actually give Potom space to get out of the woods. And Miggle is, however, going to survive that because of the Starfall range being too short, and he actually had enough HP anyway with his Vanguard. But what a swap coming out of Ahura, actually, very nicely played, and could have given an epic kill there to Miggle, as now Milk is in trouble. Dendy is there, Shadow Rays is going to finish him off, so Milk was completely out of position there, getting killed by the Na'Vi Ukrainian boys there. At the same time, though, Morphling is putting a lot of pressure down on bottom, and now the bottom is there. He's got Khvost already pouncing on Playmate here, dealing a lot of damage with those shots. It's dealing 140 damage with each shot, and Playmate will have to waveform away from that, but it looks like Khvost wants to go on. He's actually pursuing Playmate with that bottle. He's going to bottle up and try to get an arrow soon enough to get a lucky kill on Playmate here. If Playmate doesn't morph enough around, he is indeed going to be killed by it. Where's the arrow? Look for it. Khvost is going to fire the arrow. I think Playmate sees it coming. He does indeed, and is going to dodge that one and will escape from this bottom attempt, you should say. Artstar up top, farming in the woods with his Chen. He's got the mechanism now and gold for the boots as well. Vengeful Spirit sitting on 2 circlets and a pair of boots, so nothing too much on her either. And Shadow Fiend doesn't even have his treads at 15. Oh, there is a good bit of good stuff on the Crow though, so a lot of it might be his. There's treads for the Pugna, and there is an Ogre Axe, so that one is probably Dendy's on that Shadow Fiend. He probably figured, or maybe it's the Bottoms for Saint Yasha, who knows. But the Ogre Axe is flying out now, and it looks like it is indeed Dendy's, so there we go. It gets a lot of strength there. We'll be prepared for his BKB with that one, as well as get the treads up probably as his first item. As Rise gets a kill in mid there on Goblin, together with Milk. They're really everywhere, these Danish boys, and now Playmate is taking the fight to Khvost. He does have a replicate, and did Khvost use Leap? I'm not sure. Playmate is jumping over, but there is the Leap from Khvost. He's going to turn around and deal a lot of damage to Playmate, who does indeed have a replicate, and he's going to jump into that. Oh, if Ahura had been ready for that one and swapped him at the right time, but he wasn't, and at the same time in mid, somebody else isn't ready for what's coming his way. It's Artstar, and then it's Dendy. Denmark, Rise gets 2 kills, and now he's probably going to just munch on a Centaur as well, together with Pusher Street. 20-10 the score for Denmark right now, and it's all going their way. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for now with this 20-10 score. The Danish boys will probably try to push this mid-tier 1 tower. Milk as well sitting on a Smoke of Deceit, so might prepare for a gank instead. And Khvost sitting around middle, waiting for his teammates patiently, on probably just trying to deny this one actually. And it would just be fitting if Khvost actually manages to deny this tower. Would just really, yeah, why not Khvost? The king of this game just does whatever he wants, and he's going to deny that tower as well. Really clearly the MVP right now for the Ukrainians. And in comes Goblin now. Maybe not the decision he was going for. He just wanted to drop a blast, but that's going to be crucial. He's actually going to die to Clockwork, who was very quick at responding there by running in and getting that battery assault off and catching him in the cog. So a little sloppy play coming out of Goblin there, and he really needs to shape up if they want to have a chance against the way the Danes are playing right now. Milk as well as Clockwork played by Miggle. Now they're definitely using that smoke. Looking to have a kill on Dendy. If Dendy doesn't get away right now, he's going to be screwed. This Clockwork and Shaker are coming at a very fast pace with that Smoke of Deceit. And Dendy does not see it coming. He's in trouble. Who's there? Puck is there as well. No way Dendy's going to get out of this one. Puck is there. That's the Clockwork. And bye-bye Dendy. He's just trying to stall them. Just kiting them around a little bit, and the Puck is going to use an ulti for that, so Dendy's going to fall. Oh, Milk wants that kill, so in comes the Fisher, and probably a wise decision from Milk to actually take that kill. Gets him very close to his dagger. He's already got the level 11 on his Earthshaker, so by getting 500 additional gold, he will get a Blink Dagger together with his level 11, and that's going to be very huge for Denmark, making them powerful in the team fights, which they can beautifully engage with Clockwork as well as Puck, so the lineup for Denmark really preparing them nicely for a powerful mid-game. And with the 22-10 score they've got right now, that mid-game should be very hard for the Ukrainians to handle. Puck is going to go in together with Shaker here. Shaker, is he going to Fisher? Yes, he is. There's a Fisher on top of Artstar. I don't think they can follow this one through, though. And now Clockwork has actually found Goblin out here, so he's going to get him instead. Does he have a hookshot Miggle? I guess he used it. Yes, he did. Cooldown on that one. And Miggle actually sitting on 617, so a remarkable Clockwork as always coming out of Miggle. And the Morphling from Playmate just really getting his farm on as well. He's got the Yasha as well as Perseverance and an additional 2,300 gold in middle. Could choose to get that that Mantis Style now, could choose to get the Lincoln Sphere, could choose to even get something else. Anyway, the point is he has free choice and a lot of possible items he can buy right now. Looks like we've got Khvost as well as Ahura down on bottom, trying to push a little bit on the Denmark tier 2 tower. But Playmate immediately shows up and is going to farm up this wave just fine and get a lot of gold from that. And yeah, we'll see what item of choice it's going to be for him. Potom has got a Yasha, we should mention that as well. She's probably going to go for that fast Manta style. And might actually have a crack at Playmate here. Looks like he's got plans, but no, he's going to move away. And look at Denmark really dominating the Scourge Woods right now, hanging around here with 3 heroes, forcing the Na'Vi boys to really stay close, as the Ukrainian team, represented by 5 Na'Vi players, will now go for Roshan here. And Denmark does not see it coming. They don't have any vision out, so this is going to be a free Roshan for Na'Vi. Ukraine, of course. And who's going to take that? That's probably going to be Potom, actually. With the game she's had so far, she's going to take that Aegis, and indeed she is. It's going to be crucial for them to have 2 lives on their MVP so far, who is going to TP in and get caught. Ooh, not get caught by Miguel, but pretty damn close as he leaps out of there, and that's going to actually interrupt the Danes in taking this tier 2 tower. And the arrow from Potom, Khvost, hits it on the top of Pusher, and the Fisher from Milk is locking Pusher on the wrong side. That's not what Milk wanted to do, but that's going to be by Pusher as Khvost takes that kill now, and he's unstoppable. Clockwork is out though, and the Aegis has been used, but where's the rest of the Na'Vi squad? They're actually not even at the top lane, but now the Venge is TP'd in. Ahura is TP'd in, but he's going to die immediately, and now it does not look good for the Ukrainians. They lost a couple of heroes there. Did get another kill on the Potom, but lost the Aegis as well as Venge. And Morphling wasn't even in the fight. He's still farming down on bottom and pushing this tier 2 tower. Sitting on 3,500 gold. The question is what Playmate's actually going to buy with it. SF, going to drop a couple of raises and farm this wave down there now. Really needs to get his farm on. Getting pretty close to the BKB now, though. He's only 1,000 away from it. As the fight in mid is going on, Rise is in trouble, but so is Godlike. Godlike is actually going to be the victim this time around, as Miguel is sitting very nicely on him with that Clockwork, and in comes Playmate. Rocket is going to fire off from Clock. Is there a hook shot from Miguel? Can he hit the Chen here? It's CD, so no, he can't. But can definitely farm up these creeps if they want to, or just get the DD rune on Morphling. Morph is going to take that rune, and yeah, he's really going to farm up these Art-Star Chen creeps. That's a lot of gold down this Morphling's pocket. He's already sitting on 3,400 now, as Dendi beautifully hits 3 raises on Morphling, but doesn't seem like he cares too much. He's actually even, oh, he was just about to die. Actually dragged a Potom ulti there, intimidating the Ukrainians to use that one. And now he's going to retreat, and perhaps use his gold, Playmate? I'm becoming insane, say the infected mushroom, and insane on farming is definitely what Playmate is. He's just going to keep farming these creep waves up, as Rise as well as Milk are going to TP up top. We've got that Blink Dagger on Shaker together with level 12, so he's sitting in a very nice Shaker game right now. While the Morphling, of course, as said, is just farming away. I'm not sure what he's actually going to buy. He's going to go for the Ethereal Blade right now. He's bought the Ghost Scepter, and now he's going to just farm up the last 100 gold he needs for that Ethereal Blade. So the farm coming out on Playmate right now is ridiculously high. Going to have a look at how much he's got in just a second, as he's going to buy that EB right now after he gets the next creep. There we go. Come on. Come on. There. Ethereal Blade is going to fly off to Playmate, who TP back to base. And I'm just going to have a quick look at the creep stats. We've got 150 on Playmate. We've got 70 on Rise, 60 on Miguel. For Ukraine, we've got 100 on Potom, played by Khvost, and we've got 60 on Goblin and 100 on Dendi. So it's a farm lead for Denmark as well. But actually only the Morphling has very much farm. There's 2 heroes on the Scourge side who are farming decently. That are, of course, the Potom and the Shadow Fiend. But apart from that, they seem pretty cornered right now, and the Ukrainians really need to find a way to pull off a good team fight, but it just seems like it's going to be hard against Puck and Shaker, who actually finally managed to bring down Khvost. His streak has ended. The unstoppable streak was ended by Milk up top, as Khvost took his fall to Milk, Rise, as well as Miguel, getting that kill on the Potom, and what an important kill for Denmark. It should allow them to push tier 2 in mid, might actually even go further, as they know there's 40 seconds left on the Potom. Did they use Shaker ulti? Yes, they did indeed. They didn't use Puck ulti. They still have the hook shot, and Denmark might actually get an engage for this. Oh, they're actually just going to wave in and immediately get rid of Artstar with that Morphling. Shotgun is going to immediately burst down Artstar as we have lost Pusher. And now we're probably going to lose Miggle from a nice swap from Vengeful Spirit. Yep, down goes Miggle. And those are two really good kills coming out of Ukraine there after that immediate shotgun off the Chen. It's going to come at the price of a tier 2 tower up top though, but it could have gone way worse for you, the Ukrainians there. And they're going to do whatever they can to fight themselves back into this, but this Shadow Fiend only has a BKB at 24, and it doesn't look too bright for them right now. We'll need to pull off, as I said, a good team fight, but will be very, very hard against the Danish heroes, and even harder now with the Pugner rather. Playmate, holy shit, beyond godlike with that Morphling. When you get such a start on Morphling and get a fast EB, you just know this is the way it's going to go. He just rips them one by one with his shotgun. As soon as they show up on the lane, they die. There's almost no hero on the Scourge side he can't single-handedly kill, at least not with the help of a Fisher. And that is tough for the Ukrainians right now. Benj as well as Potom. Standing up top, Potom is just farming out this wave right now, and the Chen is gonna assist them a little bit in pushing out this wave, and of course the Ukrainians will do whatever they can to push out the waves without getting caught. Need to get a little bit of Lebensraum here to get out on the map, but it's just very, very hard with the pressure the Danes are holding right now. Pushing all lanes as well are the Danes. Clockwork bottom, we've got Puck mid, we've got Morphling top, and they're all just hungry for kills, as Clockwork might find an opening on Dandy. Oh, he didn't get the hookshot off there. He might actually have done that. He could have hooked Dandy there, but Miggle let him get away this time around. Didn't try the hookshot, even though I think he might actually have got him there. So Dandy's going to be happy he got out of that, and a very, very smart TP from Dandy. He must have read the game nicely there by TPing out and escaping that gang just on the edge. Hanem is going to fire an arrow. Milk gets hit by an arrow from Gewost. Gewost is getting a lot of hits in on Milk, but is it going to be enough? Will Mantis down nicely against the Fisher. What a play from Gewost, but it's just not enough. Milk survives that, and the Playmate Morphling gets the job done there with the shotgun, immediately taking down Gewost. And now, with Gewost dead, I think Denmark might actually try to go for more Miggle, looking for a hookshot. Ooh, it's going to miss that Vengeful Spirit a little bit off on that. I thought Venge took the other path there. Shaker's actually going to stick around with his 100 HP. Milk is going to let the other guy set up the team fight and then get a blink in and a good Echo Slam. Probably going to die immediately afterwards, but it's going to be worth it if he gets a kill. And now, oh, Ahura survives that just on the edge as the Puck orb doesn't hit. And we're going to see if Dandy can get any use of his Brick Up in the next fight by getting in a good position. It is indeed the item to get against the Danish lineup right now, consisting of a lot of AoE stun and spell damage, especially the Morphling shotgun as well, as a Goblin does not nearly get killed by that Playmate. That was a little bit ambitious, and he will jump out immediately after realizing that is not going to go the way he wanted. Dandy Brick Up here. Trying to farm up this blink to couple with that one, I suppose, in the middle lane. So they have some sort of a team fight engaged together with that Vengeful Spirit once he gets that jump off, but it's not going to be an easy task for the Ukrainian boys here as the save is being called from Orange. We're sitting on 92-13, guys, in the first out of best of 3, Ukraine against Denmark. In the MYM Nations Cup number 3, no team wants to let their nation down. They're doing whatever they can, and Denmark so far have pulled the longest straw. They're doing very, very well in this game, and the Ukrainians will, however, be pleased that even if they lose this game, they have 2 games to come back in. They have the chance, as it is a best of 3, and whichever team is eliminated in this game is eliminated from the tournament, so no team is going to give this one up without a fight, and we just see that how the Ukrainians keep fighting for it, even though they are behind very far. They're still trying whatever they can with these heroes. Looks like they're going to go for a lot of HP, actually. He has a wise choice getting on this on the Pugna. He's got Ogrex as well as Point Booster, getting a lot of HP up to be able to survive the onslaught from the Danes. And oh, somebody's not going to be able to survive the onslaught as immediately blows down Pusher. But so does Playmate. Playmate and Milk got rid of Gewost down on bottom. And yeah, it's just the combo that they can pull off. They didn't even need to use the Shaker ultimate for that. Just a Fissure and a couple of quick blows from the Morphling with that Ethereal Blade did the job. He's got the Manta style now as well in that Morphling, and Denmark are going to try to push down bottom now. push through that, as Miguel is sitting on almost an Aghanim Scepter on his Clockwork together with that Vanguard. I think he actually has it now. If those items are his, he does have the Aghanim, and it does indeed look like they are his, so he's going to send those ones out. While we're listening to the sound of Joe Satriani. Yeah, Playmate still pushing in. Oh, he immediately replicated out of that one. He's just going to waveform in and replicate back to base. I'm not sure if he's going to buy anything here. It looks like his items. You look at that, and Miguel killing Ahura in his own woods. Melk and Rise were there as well. I'm not sure what Ahura was doing out here. Not really the best position for him to be in without any team support. Of course, trying to ward probably, but that is very, very risky against the catch that Denmark has got with Puck, Clockwork, as well as Earthshaker. Really, really long-range catching power. Rise is going to keep farming up top. He's got his Blink Dagger as well as 4,000 gold on that Puck now, so he'll be looking at a Ginsu side of the Vise in not too long. And looks like the Danish boys are just waiting for the right opportunity to take the decisive fight right here, because by the looks of it, any good fight for Denmark is going to mean not only one side of Raxus, but definitely two. With this Morphling, with all his agility, he can instantly take down Rax with his team. Not instantly, but very fast at least. And he is already pushing the middle with his Mantis-style illusions. Pugna's going to drain one of them to remove it immediately. The other one's going to get killed by Chen. But Chen! Ooh! Looks like Playmate doesn't get all the spells off. He's waveforming in, and then the Ethereal Blade, and then the nuke, but it doesn't all hit us. Oh, Melk is going to get swapped in. Immediately uses a fluked Echo Slam and blinks out. He could have just blinked instead, but panicked there and got that Echo Slam off on just Chen creeps. And he's not going to be happy with that, and especially not Pusher, because he just became the victim of that. And the Ukrainians sneaked themselves to a kill there, and that one went to Khvost, who is now looking towards a BKB on his bottom, sitting on a Mantis-style Ogreax and 900 gold here, and will farm out the bottom lane, so he's probably almost going to get his Ogreax here unless the Danes show up and give him some trouble in his farming. This guy wants to give him trouble, but Khvost has already left, and Playmate's just going to farm the woods with that Morphling. And the Roshan has actually spawned as well. The arrow is going to spot that there's nobody there, but what he doesn't know is that Clockwork sees them all here. Miguel is sneaking around with an Invis rune here, and he's setting up a nice opportunity for his team to actually go in. Especially the fact that he's going to spot that they go to Roshan now could be crucial for the Danes if they can get in there. Shaker ulti, still CD from the Panic ulti from before. It's down in for another 40 seconds, but the Fissure is perfect, and Miguel is going to catch Chen as well as Pugna in that. Puck is going to blink and silence them all. Ulti's going to come off now, and Shadow Fiend ulti's going to deal a lot of damage as well, but not killing anyone so far. Morphling, running rampant, he's got two. He's going to get the third. Miguel is going to take the fall though, as Morphling is continuing, or maybe he's not going to get the third. Khvost dealing a lot of damage, and Playmate finds himself pressured enough to blink out of that one. So a 2-for-2 exchange in this one actually, even though it looked so Danish as it could. The Ukrainians got a lot out of that. Not only did they get the kills, they also got the Aegis on the back of the bottom here. So looks very, very good for Khvost, who will probably try an arrow now on Playmate. As oh, Willie, he's just going to lose his Aegis actually, because Shotgun Morph begs to differ, and he's going to bring him down immediately. Potom wants to look for an arrow. Where is it? There it is. Arrow from Khvost. It's right on top of Pusher, and the howl from Ahura is going to finish him off there, and that is going to be another kill down the package of the Ukrainians. As Rise will now need to retreat from top and from the middle, and he will do so as well with his haste rune. Blinking out, TPing back to base. Score 33-18 for Denmark. And this Morphling is just getting fat, I tell you guys. 4,000 gold. He's going to send his Lincoln Sphere out now by the looks of it. He just bought an Ultimate Orb. And we'll probably buy the recipe now and then send it out after farming those creeps. Or maybe he's going to go for Skadi. He's actually going to go for Skadi. He bought 2 Ultimate Orbs there. And he's going to send it up to the secret shop to try to get the remaining gold he needs while he's farming down on bottom. A little bit ambitious to send it up there when he's still missing 1,000 gold. But Playmate is definitely farming very quickly here and might actually get it on time. He's 500 gold away from the point booster. And then he's going to need the Orb of Venom as well, so he still needs about 1,000 gold here actually for his Skadi. But the Crow is just going to stand up there, and if, oh, imagine if the Russians, sorry, the Ukrainians, oops, if the Ukrainians found that one up there, they're going to get, a whole Playmate's going to lose 4,000 gold, as he now has the Orb of Venom on himself. He's only going to miss the point booster, and what's his gold count? He needs 500 more on that Morphling to get that point booster up for his Skadi, and then it's just going to be, I don't know, for the Ukrainians it's going to be so tough with all the farm on the Sentinel side. Wow, Vengeful is actually very fat. Look at Jura's farm here. He's sitting on a point booster, 2 braces and treads. He's got 1650 HP on a Vengeful Spirit. Pretty remarkable item build he actually has at this time, considering the position Ukraine are in. Chen sitting on almost an Aghanim Scepter on his on the Holy Knight. Artstyle plays that one. We've got Pogna sitting on not too much actually, and Podham's got a BKB together with the Manta Star, so brick up on Podham and Shadow Fiend now, and we're definitely going to have those popped in the next team fight, and I'm going to yell like a crazy mofo about them using that one, so you can look forward to that. As Podham gets that last creep kill in mid, and there's probably going to be an engage here in a moment if Denmark sees an opening for it. Clockwork is just waiting to hook in. Shadow Fiend could be exposed here. If they're fast enough and get him locked down before he uses BKB, they can instantly take him out. But the thing is, Puck is top, and Morphling is middle, so they're not ready for it just yet, as he has finished his Skadi now, though, and morphed everything to agility. Still has 1600 HP and a 240 agility he's sitting on right now, as Puck is getting his Ginsu saw the visors being flown out to him up top, and that is going to be very, very crucial for the Puck himself. Not sure how much the team actually needs it, but it's going to be a lot easier for Puck to engage in the team fights, knowing that he's not only has the Dream Call and the Silence, but that he can lock down one of the guys with BKB very quickly, and enable for the rest of the team to actually set up on it, and giving him a lot of safety that he's not going to die when he jumps in. Hexing one of the damage dealers on the Ukraine side is going to make it very hard for them to actually bring down this Puck, played by Rise, who's sitting on 1600 HP with that Ginsu Scythe. And right now we're just waiting for Denmark to actually make a move for it, but they're playing it safe. And I just have a feeling that they could go in now, and that Ukraine are just hoping that Denmark make a mistake, and that's what Denmark don't want to make, and they're playing it safe now, but the option might come now as they're pushing all 3 lanes. And that might be what they were going for. They're pushing in all 3 lanes. Ukraine have a couple of guys defending up top, and that's going to open up the bottom for Clockwork and CM to get in and put a bit of pressure. Now Shadow Fiend is going to show up there, and now up top Puck is going to blink in, but didn't really catch anyone. He's going to clear the wave together with Morphling here, as Shadow Fiend seems to be hanging around bottom to defend against the CM and Clockwork, together with the Puck here. Pugna, rather. Morphling is going to put a lot of damage on the bottom with his Ethereal Blade, scaring her away successfully, and might give them a little bit of opportunity to push up here. Notice how Artstyle has chosen to take over an Alpha Wolf for that extra damage boost for the carries, and now Playmate is going to go in for Artstyle. Ooh, he needs to quickly get out of there, as he did with the Replicate, and that was all the way back in base, so now Denmark will have to wait for Playmate to come back up again before they can make an engage again, and well, in the meantime, Pusher will just be farming with his CM down on bottom, getting all the creeps he can here, which aren't too many. Puck is going to scout uphill and see that there's a nether ward. Ooh, Shaker's got himself an Aghanims as well. It's level 18, so the ultimate from Milk packs a punch in this game. I can tell you that for sure. If he gets a chance to jump in, it's going to hurt a lot on the Ukrainian side, and now it looks like Denmark are going to make the move. They've got a replicate of the Shaker now. That Playmate is sending back to base to have a secure creep to jump on. Calling that a creep, but to have a secure place to escape to with that replicate. They don't look too happy about engaging though, do these Danes, and actually I'm not sure if the Danes or the Ukrainians are gaining most on this with time, because both Podham and Shadow Fiend, 2 agi carries, are actually getting farm at the expense of 1 for Denmark, which is Morphling. The other heroes getting farm on Denmark's side are primarily Puck and Clockwork, but they are still Puck and Clockwork, and their right clicks in late game are not comparable to what this guy can do, which is immediately get rid of one hero and another one from Milk. Perfect engage, and Puck is in there as well. They're going to get Ahura as well as Goblin as the next one, but they did actually get a trade there. They got rid of Pusher, but now Chvost can't take the battle to this Morphling. He will have to leap out. It's a 4-for-1 exchange for Denmark. Now they're going to go for Rax in mid. They're actually pretty low though, and Chvost could get an opening here with a good arrow. As now Playmate and Milk are going to get rid of Chvost. Quick jump from the Fishering Shaker there, and bye-bye Chvost. Full team wipe. The Bucharest didn't do too much in that fight as they just got handled. I don't think Dendi even got his own BKB off. So that was a quick rape of the Ukrainians. And Denmark are going to cap that off by getting not only mid-Rex, but probably top as well. The only guy out for the Ukrainians is Chen. And I think Morphling can stay safe against him here by just letting Clockwork do the tanking of the tower. Actually, Playmate wants to go in for him, so they're going to get rid of him with the Hex from Puck. And bye-bye Minusart Style, as now they're going to take the top tower and the top Rex. And Denmark are going to be pretty much securing their victory in this one by getting these two sides of Rex. GG go next is the call from Chvost. So Denmark guys are going to take the first game of this best of 3 series in the losers bracket of the MYM Nations 3. Stay tuned, game number 2 is coming right up, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Be right back with game number 2, Ukraine against Denmark.